Sasa hii mimi naona nimechanganyikiwa. But when you look at me, mimi siwezi kukanya. I'm never confused at all.
Mambo vipi? Karibu sana. This is the Full Goes to School podcast. Mimi naitwa Duncan. Let's get straight to it. This time na react to a video ya Bonga na Jalas. Alikuwa anaongea na Bien of Sauti Sol. It was an interesting discussion, but I think tunaweza pata some meat on it to talk about. So let's get straight to it. Start waste your time. Asante sana. Cheers. Ndio tusi waste a lot of time. We move straight to the part of the video where I think is the most relevant. Kuna part ilikuwa na some political discussion na aspirations za Jalango to run for parliament. So nime jump straight to that video. I think ni minute 31. So we're going to go straight to that minute. And yeah, let's go straight to it. Let's hear what they're saying.
Let other Africans come and make money here because this is their home.
This is their home.
Yes.
And Africa is our business.
Yes.
Wow.
Ati mimi nisipige show Langata jumini msaronga. Utanikubali kuja Langata kupiga show?
Wewe mzee lazima ukuje.
Sasa tunaona.
Kwanza campaign zikianza lazima usimame hapo juu.
Ngumu.
Kurukwa man, kurukwa.
Campaign ngumu.
Hautaki kuja kusimama na mimi?
Simama na yeye.
Mimi nimesimama na wewe miaka zote wewe.
Kama wewe
Stop begging my guy.
Kama wewe ni private candidate. Ndasimama na wewe. Lakini sisimamaangi na chama. So sisimama na wewe. Lakini nakupenda. Na actually by the way, lakini acha niseme kitu to the effect of your leadership.
Before ingie kwa hiyo story ya effect ya Jalango's leadership, let's talk about your story ya chama for a second. Which is the best way to align ourselves? Tunajialign na chama ama tunajialign na individuals? Do we support the individual's vision ama tunasupportingi manifesto ya chama, and therefore we know that ule mtu anarun under that anarun in that chama and support that manifesto automatically? So for example in Kenya tuko na a number of parties mingi sana, too many to count, na nyingi hata tujui vision zake. In fact nyingi zinaformiwa under shady circumstances. Does that discredit the leader then that is running under your banner? Because kama umbrella ya NMC na run under high make sense, does that discredit them? Should it discredit them? Which is an important question. Ni nani watu tunafuata? Is it the leader or is it the party? So kama ni the leader, do they give us a different vision aside from the party? Because wengi, as it's been adisai, we know when someone is running under, say, ODM ama Jubilee, we kind of understand what side of the aisle they're on, which is sadly sometimes a bad thing, because your side of the aisle inamaanisha the number of votes based on the tribe wameweza kuget up to that point. You know, in a division along tribal lines, sadly, you know, what we understand by what Jubilee is ama ODM, we associate ODM with certain parts of the country, Jubilee with other parts of the country. So Biana kona point hapa in that, should we look at the leader and tumtoe kidogo from the party they're running under and just look at his vision as separate from what the party is?
Nimeona uko na mind ya leader for sure. Na umeenda the extra step ya kujipatia education ndio equip ku rule na ku take care of Langata vizuri. So
what does that mean, akona mind ya leader? Okay, my purpose to react to this video is not to go after Jalango or anything. Ni ku use the video to instruct about other leaders. So ku extrapolate basically for the whole political field. Mind of a leader ni nini? Because leadership of course inamaanisha service. Does it mean then that the person we think has leadership qualities is the person most willing to serve, the person that has served before in other capacities? What does it exactly mean? I'd be very interested kusikia venye wase wanasema about that.
Na commend hiyo kitu sana. Nitakupigia kura. Hiyo nimekukampenia tayari. Nitakupigia kura mimi. Because nimeona ukienda shule mpaka upate degree.
Kura yako siri yako, my guy. As in, it shouldn't be that obvious. Ni beshte yako, yes. Na you know him, yes. But unampigia kura, umesikia sera zake zote. Maybe sera zake zina make sense to you, but doesn't that then bring in conflict? Because si wale watu wanakutrust, wale watu wanakusikiza, si watatend towards Jalango as opposed to the other politicians based on what you say, which then beats the whole point of kusikiza what the different politicians are saying and then choosing the best one. So according to me, you see the best move, but as in, I can't really say who's to do what or who's to do the other thing.
You know how to develop communities, and you have an education. And what I fear is, people say that we should be given civic education, but we never really take time to vet the education of the people we put in office properly. And I think it's important that we have all the MPs, governors, 3 years before mwingie kwa ofisi, mnafaa mwanze kufanya course. Na hiyo course inamakiwa na wananchi wanawekewa scores zenyu hapo. Ndio tunajua kama mtu yako mentally fit kukua kiongozi wangu. Because
I'm truly glad hajaenda the direction of degrees, because in 2021, for the next election, 2022, degrees make sense as a metric for whether someone should be given a leadership seat or not. Ni a minimum requirement saizi, according to our laws, but does it really make sense? As in, kumekuwa na so many cases of people cheating their way into degrees. Kuna even the ministry cabinet secretary amekubali kuna so many useless degrees in our institutions right now. So that being the case, then degree kweli ni a useful metric. Na I'm glad ajaenda hiyo side ya degree, ameenda to there must be a different course for these guys to do ndio tujue kama wanaweza lead. So simple understanding of economics, of politics, of civics, of the law, of social, of demographics, na social dynamics, social cultural dynamics. I think isn't some of the things zinaweza evaluated, or rather zinaweza make sense in such a course. But I'm really happy about that point.
Korea yeye inafanyika by the way.
Inafanyika. Kuna exam unafanya? Hebu niambie exam inakaaje?
Korea.
Korea. Kwa nini unasema hapa Kenya ni?
No, Korea. I'm talking about Korea. Korea lazima mfanye mtihani. Paka kuwa leader huko ni story nyingine. No.
Story fit you mean? Si story nyingine ni story fit.
Integrity, kusoma nini, leadership. Paka waseme basi ndio huyu sasa ndio msee. Anafaa.
Jalango wewe saa hii tu hata mbochi mwenye yako kwa nyumba yako. Ile vetting unampigishanga before mkubali umwache kwa nyumba ati umeenda kazini.
Ni hatari.
Kuliko kwenye unapea MP ama MCA.
Yeah, that is crazy. As in, tuna vet watu wengine as in harsher than we vet these guys. Now hao watu ndio wana dictate, or rather wanaenda wana set policies zenye zinafaa to affect for very many years to come. So I make sense that tuko na that kind of vetting for other professions, other roles in society, and then some of the most important roles tunaziwacha tu hivyo, just like that, to the wind. Mungu tuongoze, since they're just as important, or maybe even more important than other roles, then kunafaa kuwa na more vetting, I would guess.
Unacheki leaders wetu wote wanafaa kufanyishwa mtihani before wakuje tu power, ndio tuone kama wako mentally fit. IQ test, lie detector tests. Unajua tufike hiyo level.
Well, lie detector tests, as in car polygraph tests, they've been shown not to work. So good liars will pass the test. So saizi, I mean 2021, there must be better ways zenye tunaweza get kuvet watu, but interesting idea.
Kututoa job.
Twende. Ndio sio wapige kura wakijua huyu msi yako in sound mind.
Kweli.
Ikwe mambo ya ideology na si tribe.
Ideology. Na get kitu anasema, but pia kuna another bad thing about voting in ideologues. Watu wako so stuck in an ideology that hawaoni the other side, or only other perspectives. So what we need is, I get what he's trying to say, but I think anamaanisha ideas. Watu wako more set on ideas than tribe. Watu wako more set on objective evaluation, of social situations zenye zinaweza tumika kuset policy as opposed to tribe. I get where it's coming from.
Kabisa. Bro, as we move on into this conversation that we are having.
So that was a video. It was a very short video I have been on Jalas. Now the point this reaction ilikuwa, are guys waking up? Ni a very interesting thing kusikia people from different areas na different perspectives come up na different ways tunaweza change the process as it is right now, because we can all agree process yetu high work. We're not electing good leaders. The country is in shambles, or rather tunaelekea hapo, as in things are not good at all. So ni very interesting kusikia your idea ya first when it comes to political leaders, lazima kuwe na some form of vetting enye tunaweza fanya ndio waingie hapo. My ideas are a bit different. I think ina need kuwa a longer process, that before mtu aende to a big seat akuwe evaluated in smaller seats, we start grooming leaders from the local level. That would be the way I would do it, so that wako na proven track record of setting policy vizuri na understanding community dynamics na venye sawa na work with each other, understanding simple economics, because economics si kitu inakuwa set from top nationally kwenda chini, ni kitu inaanza from our interactions locally all the way to the top. So for me, I would start a bit differently from starting just to go straight into vetting, but saizi mahali tuko, we have to take quick wins. So that would be a quick win, and it would be a good win, because inaweza weed out so many silly politicians, so many people wale wanaenda hapo for the money, ama wale wanaenda without really understanding what the position is all about. So that was my reaction to Bien on Bonga na Jalas. Cheers. Full goes to school.